At the same time, if you've got a personality like mine, you can't just delegate stuff to other people just because you think you need to. You've got to delegate it to someone who is going to be as fucking organised and disciplined and fucking bossy and all the rest of it as me. And I found someone, it's Mel Gordon-Tada. She wants to say something. Mel!
I absolutely refute the claim that I'm as bossy as that man.
I'll take a picture.
But he's not wrong. I wanted to take a moment to say a few words, because I do rarely get up here, because you never get a chance with John, as you know. So I started working for the festival probably about 16, 17 years ago on the bar. Moved up to staffing officer, and for the last 6 years I've been doing this role. And, excuse me French, but fuck me is it hard. It's a lot of work. That just got really loud. I don't need to be louder, stop it. So I wanted to take 5 minutes just to say thank you from me to all of you who have turned up over the last 30 years and made this what it is. Without you, we couldn't continue. I also want to say a massive thank you to all of our volunteer staff. Again, without them, we couldn't run this. We need them, and they all do it for free. As you know, we normally have Alex do the beer, and unfortunately Alex couldn't make it this year. So Steve Layfield, Julian Adams, Steve. He's the gangly dancer, Steve, that you'll see about 10 o'clock tonight losing his shit. Julian from the Isle of Wight, and then Mark Bartram kindly stepped forward with about 6 weeks' notice and did the beer for us. Something I know fuck all about. Other than I pay the bills and I go, where's the details? That was hard getting those. So thank you to those guys. Without you, we wouldn't have had it. And I did the cider this year, along with your suggestions. I don't drink cider. So hopefully the cider was good. The bubblegum one was rank, I'm sorry.
I like that one.
That really was a mistake. Felice is also a massive part. So Alex's wife, Felice, has done your merchandise. Always. She's designed every single programme and t-shirt that you've bought. She does this, she organises it, she pays for it. So massive round of applause for Felice. And with that, I want Felice to come up here, please. So Felice, shift your backside quickly. Can you pass me that, please?
This one?
Yeah, not the fag, I can't smoke on stage.
Regulations these days.
Yeah, used to be a rock star, I'm not anymore. So, I've got Felice a little token of our appreciation. It's not orange. Thank you, Felice. So it's a nice little engraved pewter goblet for it, you know, because Felice is a lady. I love this woman to bits. She's fucking strong.
This one.
And can you stay here? So, as we know, Alex isn't here.
Fucking Americans.
Never put something square in a round hole. Right, there's another one. It wasn't meant to be this slow. That'll do it. So this is for Alex. I don't know if you want to open it or you want to take it away.
Oh, I want to open it.
Right.
Might be worth something. For 30 years, Glastonwick beers.
He's done a great job over the years, and he is missed. He puts together a really good beer list, and I know a few of you have missed him for that. So, big round of applause for Alex. Yes, he's great. And then finally, where's the gob on a stick himself? Don't even have to say his name. John, you are a thorn in my side sometimes.
I'm a thorn in many people's side. In my wife sometimes.
Long may it last.
But he's a thorn I don't actually mind being there. He's become a really good friend over the years. And when he does ring me, which is quite frequently this time of year, I do tend to put him on speakerphone and then just walk around the house doing what I need to do. Because I just go, yep. But no, seriously, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So I just wanted to give you a little token of my appreciation.
Well, what's tended to happen over the last few years since I actually decided, well, I knew it wasn't even a decision, if this festival was going to continue, I had to start delegating. And I found this woman who was as fucking strong and bossy and organised and everything as I could ever possibly be, and more some. So I gave her the title Dear Leader. Well, I'm obviously the great leader. She is the dear leader. And I think we've got to say that Ginger over there is the beloved general, because he's younger. I've got a tankard here. I don't know where it's going. I'm going to probably have to put the glasses on. And it says, John Bain, thank you for 30 years of Glastonwick. Cheers. Thank you, mate. It is the right time for me to say now that this is obviously, the next thing we need to say is a great big thank you. There's standing, do you want to come up on the stage just for a second? Let's have Jenny and Jerry. So these two good people, basically if you've read your programmes, you'll know. I started Glastonwick in 1996 in Southwick, the, shall we say, fairly conservative port town where I come from. It's not like Worthing, it's not like Brighton, it's like anywhere really, apart from Southwick. I started it to invite the people that I've met all the years that I've been performing, bring them back to the place that I grew up and wind people up because it needed winding up, and it worked. And we got thrown out after 5 years, so then we moved to Shoreham Airport and we got thrown out after 2 years. And I can still remember the day that I actually came along and asked if we could actually do our next Glastonwick in their farm. Because I wrote a poem, and I wrote this poem for Jenny's brother, Trevor Passmore, who passed away in 2017. And after he died, I wrote this poem in tribute. Because, I mean, it was shall we say it was a big cultural step for them with their farming background, where we turned up all dressed in black and we thrown out of Southwark Community Centre and thrown out of Southwark Community Centre for being left-wing and dressing in black, and then thrown out of Shoreham Airport for being left-wing dressing in black and insulting the pilots and passengers and calling them posh, apparently, although we didn't. So we turned up here, and I had this wonderful conversation where I was supposed to try to introduce what we were doing, and I wrote it down. And I wrote it down in a poem in tribute to Jenny's brother, Trevor, who was, many of you knew him. He was an absolute fucking amazing presence through all the festival with his incredibly strong handshake and his personality. And he died in 2017. And 2 days before he died, I took him some beer in the hospice where he was staying. And this is called 2 Cans of Zivich, and it's dedicated to Trevor, it's dedicated to you too. We came from 2 worlds and we met in the middle. Dear Trev, I'm so sad that your time had to end. A poem of thanks for the great years you gave us. You started as landlord and finished as friend. When I had that first interview with you and Jenny, I could see in your face you thought what have we here? A bunch of pissed lefties, led by this loud nutter, want space on our farm for your punk rock and beer. But soon we convinced you, and straight off you loved it. You got a new family, we got one too. We found a beautiful home for our festival. You found a home with the Glastonwick crew. Then things got poignant. The shared diagnosis around the same time. We talked of our fears. Seems you're the lucky one, John. Then you told me. Seems I am Trev, I said, holding back tears. Now we love real ale, but you always liked Zuviec, the town and the people there, not just the beer. When I came to see you on that final visit, as I cycled over, I got an idea. I went to an offie, bought 2 cans of Zuviec, they're over in the bar over there. I got there just 10 minutes after you've gone. They'll stand on your bar as a tribute in Glastonwick. There in your memory. Life carries on. Cheers. So these 2 good people, 3 at the beginning, invited us onto their farm in trepidation to an extent, and they loved it. They became really good friends. They've had us here up. They closed down the business, the wedding business in the big barn over there, and now we're in the sheep barn, and they added on an extra year so we could celebrate our 30th anniversary here, and it's just been absolutely wonderful, and it's a precise example of the kind of things that happen when people from different cultures get together. And I'm going to repeat the promise that they gave me a bit earlier, which is that if I stand for Mayor of Sussex next year, and I'm thinking about it, they've said they're going to vote for me rather than Tim Loughton. Well, I know what's going to happen, we'll see. But anyway, thank you so much, both of you.
How's it meant to go? As a
Accustomed as I am.
Thank you. It's when you have a few beers. But yeah, it was when Attila arrived at the door and sort of introduced himself, and he said he wanted to have this beer festival. And he said, well, it's a beer festival with good music, or good music with a beer festival. And I think that's what it's become. And I just think it's lovely. To us, it's always been almost like our private party with all our friends coming. And there's so many people here that have been coming. It's 19 years here, but 17 because we had the 2 with COVID. So it's absolutely fantastic to us. And I think is Alice in here? I think she sort of sums it up, because we said we have very different walks of life, and when Dr. Bongo first came, she was absolutely petrified of cows. And after a couple of years, Brother Trevor took her and she made a fuss of the bull. So it's fascinating, and we've enjoyed having everybody, and hopefully you've all enjoyed, well, you must have done because you keep coming back. And we've said that when Attila has his ones in Southwick, we can possibly still do some camping here. But you have to organise your own transport to and from. So hopefully our party will still come. And Wob, we're only going to allow camping here if on Saturday morning we have Wob singing. Who agrees to that? So, no Wob, no camping. So you've got to talk to Wob. And as Attila said, it's brought together all different walks of life. Our walks of life are very different. I'm not going into politics, but if this government had got its way, 2 of my members of family have gone, and we would have had to have sold 20% of the farm. So whether we would still be here or not, but anybody wants to ask us, we can talk about it, but I'm not going into politics. But talking about politics, Mel, could you put your hand over Attila's ears? Right. If anybody wants to bribe Attila, no, I take my hat off to Attila. He came to my mum's funeral and to my brother's funeral, and Tim Lawton came to both of them, and I have a lovely photo of them shaking hands. But having said that, you might all jeer, but I think that's what this is all about. It brings everybody together, regardless of politics, what they think or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's lovely to see you. Hopefully it'll all continue, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Big hand for those two. They made this possible. Now, I just want, can you